Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and I just wanted to share a couple of decks with you. I have received this beautiful Carte Postale Tarot from Jana. I don't know if you remember Jana. Jana used to be on in our tarot community for quite a while. The deck arrived with this like beautifully packed, you know, with this wax stamp on it, and Jana has quietly behind the scenes, you know, has created this gorgeous vintage tarot. So it's a tarot deck, Waite based, and it's based on antique or vintage postcards. So there's 500 of those right now, as you can see, and yeah, everything is really well produced. So she has self-published this in 2021. Sturdy box, really beautiful, magnetic. It looks very cool, you know, coherent. The deck has some I'm just going to move this aside. The deck has, I mean, the cards have this vintage kind of filter on. Jana says that it is the past that holds the key of understanding the present and foreseeing the future. So we have this like a fortune teller in the background. I think that's really cool. It's really well done, this box. The cards have they're just regular tarot size, so 7 by 12, and they're not gilded or anything. The paper is really nice. It gets the flex, and let me just see, because I've already have worked with this deck for a while. I wanted to check it out. So it gets a bend and it shuffles well, okay? So as I said, the cards have this like vintage glow, vintage filter on them. So they're not like extra, you know, powerful in color. They have this like muted filter on top of them, so that makes them look more vintage, right? That's what the vintage vintage decks like used to look like. So as I said, this is based on the vintage postcards that Jana has collected, found, and based on Rider-Waite as well. So I'm just going to go through the cards so that you can take a look. The backs are beautiful, you know, everything is really kind of like well made, and there is no lamination. I mean, there is like some protective layer, but so they don't feel that like papery, but there is definitely no like shine or lamination on the cards. It's quite matte and beautiful. The font is like, you know, handwritten thing. So if you a fan of vintage images, you will enjoy it. I noticed also on most of the cards, Jana has added like those little how would I call it, like symbols, you know, from Rider-Waite. So we have a horse and a sunflower here with the sun card, and the world card gets all the, you know, elements. I mean, the world card, what was it? The Wheel of Fortune, sorry. The Wheel of Fortune. Then the world card. On some you have, on some you have them, right? The Wheel of Fortune, you get these little things on the sun card. Here, I don't know, I can't really, let me know, guys. So it's mistletoe, there's a dandelion, there's like red poppy flower petals, and there's some buildings. But I don't see the connotation or the little symbol for the, like from the Rider-Waite, so maybe I misread it, I don't know. So 3 of Wands, a 4 of Cups. So as you can see, the Rider-Waite influence, right? 5 of Swords, and there's somebody like staring from the back as well. 7 of Coins. So it's this kind of like rural, so maybe only the majors get those little symbols. So here's the Chariot with like white and black horse. There's 4 of Wands. I actually really like this 4 of Wands. It's fun. With this huge Knight of Cups. It's an interesting image from just like an interesting perspective, like from the top and the back. 10 of Coins. It's like this Slavic village life. So Jana is, I think she's from Estonia. Estonia, yeah, I think she's from Estonia. So it's, I don't know if the postcards that she was finding are from, because there's not much diversity when it comes to skin color, but yeah, if I was to pick something from the past from my country, I wouldn't find much diversity either. So just saying for the sake of saying. The Knight of Coins, I like that this is a woman. 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Fool. And here with the Fool again, you get like this little feather and a piece of paper and a little butterfly that's added, so those little kind of symbols. 4 of Swords, this is really beautiful. And here you also have like some 4 swords added to the image. The Tower, I quite liked it actually. So it's like the, you know, the onion and the layers of onion. Like when you go through like any type of personal development, you always say like you removed another layer of an onion. So now with the Tower, she added like this onion and the layer. So sometimes maybe the little symbols, I said they annotations to Rider-Waite-Smith, but maybe not always. They more like you know, like little symbols that help you reconnect with the archetype of the card. So with the Hangman we have the clock, but it's funny when the like one of those I don't know what they called, but you know, like one of the arms like fell off. So this is like the second flying thing from the clock. So maybe the clock is broken, like the time stands. And here's like the gold coins and the key. So it's a little bit like annotation actually even to Marseille. 5 of Wands, so not only the major. So I don't know why she chose to put those little symbols on some of them and not on all of them. But here we have the little chooks kind of, or like cocks fighting. The Magician. So there's Lemniscat and like all the elements. 9 of Cups. Here I think I don't see any other little symbol added. There's just like 9 cups. 3 of Swords. I actually quite like this one because it feels like ouch, you know, like she's grieving or she's sad or like really thoughtful or like really rethinking stuff. And that little heart with the swords also like fits here. The Priestess, so this is High Priestess. And as you can see, the major arcana don't have the number. 10 of Swords, that's very like this vintage image. The Lovers, there's 2 cards for the Lovers. I'm going to mention the other one when we get there, but one is more traditional and a little bit even like, you know, kind of has a couple of different angles to the Lovers, and white and red rose. And the other one is, I think, 2 guys, so like a gay couple kissing, and there is a rainbow-like rose. Ace of Cups, it's very cute. I like this image. She's like so happy, and there's flow and just joy. 7 of Cups. So all this like, and I actually find it interesting that she didn't use cups, but like he's like throwing and juggling his head with all these different ideas in it. So it's pretty cool. Take on 7 of Cups. King of Swords, he looks very Scottish. King of Wands, like an intellectual, but in the village setting, you know, with the newspaper. 8 of Coins, also like as you can see, no extra symbols on the cards. So the Hermit, I love it. It's like the Sami maybe, or a northern type of shaman. And there is this Hermit's lamp in a corner, so we do get a symbol. Queen of Coins, King of Coins, the Empress, beautiful image, very kind of, you know, soft, gentle, but at the same time you get the heart here and the wheat shaft. So just, yeah, It feels very empress-like. 5 of coins, there's this like poor mom and a baby knocking on the door. Queen of Wands, she's quite out there with her little cat, that's really cool. Ace of Swords, so we have this sword and a cloud, sword going through the cloud, and these like daisies or chamomile flowers. The moon has gotten like a night, what is it, the moth and the crustacean as well, and this image, vintage image of the moon. There's Knight of Swords, quite a cool image actually. He's just like off in a sec. Page of Swords, it's a little bit like fighting, you know, like a little bit, feels like a little bit like a Don Quixote or something. 5 of Cups, so we've got these 5 cups like presented and positioned like on the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. The Strength card, Page of Wands, pretty cool. 9 of Coins, so this is a little bit different, right? Because 9 of Coins, this nearly could be like 8 of Wands to me, because there is this bird with the message, but in this particular case, this is the 9 of Coins, which fits the bird as well, you know, and the woman and the garden and so on. But yeah, it feels like there's so much happening in the background. Somehow I get the sense like I would maybe even make, yeah, 8 of Wands out of it. And 2 of Swords, so we have the little moon added here. 7 of Swords, so there's something like hidden, we don't see the whole situation. 6 of Swords, 6 of Cups, we've got those cute little cups here. Judgment, and here we have this, like it feels very Slavic too for some reason, and we've got this firebird here, like phoenix, and we've got the crow, some, and bird trees. Yeah, it feels quite quite Slavic and like familiar, you know. Ace of Wands, so all the aces come with these flowers. There's an image of the wand, sword, or whatever that is, and some like happy lady sticking out of it. So this is 10 of Cups, the rainbow is added, the little butterfly, or this is actually a ladybird, ladybug, just here, you know, the traditional look. Justice has this flame and flowers and the scales added. There's 6 of Wands with this laurel ruff here in the corner. 2 of Cups, it's pretty cool. The star, just little star added. 6 of Coins with the scales here. 3 of Coins. The Devil, kind of like a humoristic take on the devil. I like her, Queen of Swords. She's just like I don't know if I'm happy with you, you know. Let me check this out. 8 of Wands, that's actually pretty cool image for 8 of Wands. So even though I mentioned that the other would be a good 8 of Wands, I think I like this one. It's red, it's passionate, she's taking this big jump, things are moving on, right? 3 of Cups, and it's actually really cool because usually 8 of Wands is one of those cards that the creators often like leave as this 8 wands flying. We don't often get image of this, and I quite like this one. So here we have the 3 of Cups, very sweet image actually. 4 of Coins, Memento Mori, remember that you'll die, death, and there is this like scythe and clock ticking. It's again a little bit humoristic but quite cool image for death, I think. Page of Cups, we've got this fish jumping up. Page of Coins, I like that she played with like the genders in pages and court cards in general. 9 of Swords is quite interesting. With like kind of flood coming in, there's mice on the bed. It's quite a distressing situation. So here's the Lovers with the roses that, you know, have this like rainbow color. 2 coins, with the Lemnis cat. She's just trying in this position. Knight of Wands, pretty cool. Temperance. The Hierophant, he's got books here. So there's Ace of Coins, again, the Flower of a Woman, and the King of Cups. So this is Carte Postale deck by Jana, and it's really cool. If you like the vintage imagery, if you're drawn to this type of, you know, era, and it reads well, it reads like, you know, the Rider-Waite-Smith, and if you know Rider-Waite-Smith, you'll have no issue with reading it. The images are quite self-explanatory. They you know, you can see what's going on, and there's Page of Wands, there's this curiosity, like I want to move, but you know, maybe you won't get that far with Eight of Swords in the middle. But if you keep, you know, keep your strength going, if you don't give up, this situation might show you also where your strengths lie, and maybe even if it doesn't come as easily as you would wish to, through this period when you maybe feel like you can't go as fast or as easy forward, you will get something like beneficial out of it. So, you know, you see where I'm getting at. This is a pretty cool deck. So this is Carte Postale Tarot by Jana, and then I'm just going to show you two other decks that I'm going to review in the next video because it's going to be long. And so next one will be Daydreaming in Situ. It's by Annie Farrar, and I received this deck for review as well, and I really like this. I don't know what it is about it. I like this collage deck. It feels quite interesting, and the colors feel cool. It's kind of like bland with this black border and like a big name, but actually the collage is really great. I fell in love with the Hermit card. I don't know if I can, it's a lot of, many cards are really quite amazing in this deck, and I quite like how she used the elements, like, you know, swords or cups, that they're not so pretty but like quite rough. So let me just show you. Oh, I love the Hermit. I don't know, just the colors of it, this kind of feel of like isolation in some way, but also this beautiful, rather than having the lamp, like this beautiful dove. I just, yeah, I loved it. And there's a really great image of the Magician, is really cool too. Anyway, there's quite a lot of wonderful, just, you know, Mary in the temple. I don't know, there's just like, it's beautiful. I really enjoy it. And again, for some people might be like too much with this, but I kind of like it. It feels a little bit like 70s for some reason, you know. Yeah, I'm just trying to find a card, you know, this Magician card, but look at the world. It's so beautiful as well. Many beautiful cards. Many beautiful cards. Rider-Waite-Smith based as well. I just love the collage. It's not obvious. You know, a Magician is pretty cool too. Look at this. And again, for some people it might be an issue, the big border, the big... I love it. I think it's just like a little bit kitschy and a little bit cool. So this is Daydreaming in Situ, which I'm going to review properly in the next video. And then today I received also from my friend Gerli from Hungary. He has sent me... he said, here comes my restoration of the Vivil tarot with some additional cards to add more fun. And actually I looked at the additional cards and it actually is fun. So I'm just going to maybe make it a little bit darker. So we have, you know, extra devil. We have extra tower, which I love because I love this tower, but I also love the traditional one. The star, also cool, because in Vivil deck there's this astronomer, whereas he also added the regular star. And I love the two moons because I love that Vivil moon with the old woman, like a spinner, and the tree, and the old moon, and the sun is a little bit more like, you know, Vivil sun and Tarot de Marseille kind of traditional style. So yeah, he just said that this is his favorite deck French deck, Jacques Vivil, and so it was made all of love and care, and he's sending the same energy with the cards to me, and I'm sending the same energy to you. I don't know if you know Gregory's work. He has created also this midnight deck, and this is a Tarot de Marseille restoration. And he has changed, you know, just like he's made his own artwork, restored it with his own like faces. It has really nice paper, and yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of similar, like funky, a little bit, you know, different vibe, because the faces add a little bit of like modern look, I would say, to it. So if you're a fan of Tarot de Marseille, you may take a look. Also, it's interesting that he's rounding the corners in this one. You know, a lot of Tarot de Marseille decks don't have the corners rounded. You can see that he makes his own boxes. They're not like maybe the most sturdy boxes, but they do the job. So let's just take a look at some of this Jacques Vivil cards. I'm curious. I haven't opened it yet, as you can see. So let's just open the foil and see what we come up with. And so the box, similar to the Midnight deck, again, not the most sturdy, but to be honest, you know, it's like you can see it's handmade. I appreciate. And the cards are also in the foil, so I don't wanna. The paper is also really great. I love his paper. It's bendy, it shuffles as dream. It's not, you know, doesn't get any glare on. It's matte, it's beautiful. So this one is created in 2022. There's a 2020, and also he's made like a Rider-Waite-Smith mixture with Tarot de Marseille in 2021. You can check Midnight Tarot on Instagram. I'm going to link all the creators below, of course, in the description box, and you can just go and check all the details. So the backs of the Vivil are really beautiful. Love. And Vivil is a very strange deck. It's a little bit different to traditional Tarot de Marseille as we know them. And I'm just going to go through. So we start with Magician here. And I love the coloring also. It's a little bit different to, I show you maybe when I do like a proper review of this deck. I show you different Vivil decks to compare them with, and I let you know what Gregory said to me about the deck. So I'm not going to go maybe through all of them, but so he left this devil. And this is the tower. I love it. Wow, that looks awesome. Really beautiful colors. I love this Vivil moon. So gorgeous. There's the sun. Crazy looking angel. And this is also cool. That is like this hermaphrodite. You don't know, is this a man, a woman? I just really appreciate this in the world card. I don't know when it changed into the blonde walking through, but yeah. And so here we have the, you know, the pips. I'm going to take a look at the extra cards as well. So we have, again, the devil, the tower, the star, the moon, and the sun. So cool. I think this is really awesome. So this is, I'm going to also play with it and show you, maybe like do a little video on just Vivil tarot deck, and maybe do some more research. This is from Midnight Tarot. Very cool. So yes, these 3 decks, and I'm waiting. There was one of these days when I'm actually waiting on quite a couple of decks. I won glowwood cards. A couple of creators contacted me to send me some other decks for review, so there is still some more fun coming, and I hope you're enjoying this, you know, Lionsgate, and I'm going to come to you soon with the proper review of Daydreaming in Situ, and also show you a video. I'll make a video, special video on Jacques Vivil tarot decks. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.